Theresa Hong. We are broadcasting from the Partisan, as we always do, on Main. Strong libations, cheap drinks, awesome staff, great entertainment. In fact, on Monday, we had our first The Mondays podcast, and that is up and running. All you've got to do is go to Facebook. They don't have a Facebook page for The Mondays, do they?
It's not going to be out until Friday.
Okay, it'll be out on Friday, and the guests were Willie T and
Jonathan's going to be the next week.
I thought
it's only one guest.
Oh, it's one guest. Okay, so Willie T from Good Luck First Star, right?
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So I've got to ask my loyal husband and production / technology guru, because I'm like, I don't know. But yes, so that's awesome, and that's why RC is not here, because he has spun off as a host for his own show on the Mondays. So, but come on down, Strong Libations every Wednesday, karaoke. It's fun, so come on down. Today, I have a very special guest. They're all so special. I love Merced. I love the people here. But she's special too, because I said she, and if you noticed, most of my guests are always he's. So I'm really, really happy that I have Brittany Miller as my guest on Overkill today. Yeah, and March is going to be like the I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar month, because it's going to be you. Next is going to be Melissa Eisner. Then it's going to be Kat Crippen, the piercer who pierced me. And then hopefully, Noelle doesn't know this, but hopefully Noelle will be the last one. Yeah, so that'd be cool. So welcome.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. I'm glad you could make it.
It was close.
I know it was close. What happened?
Mardi Gras?
She knew. She knew about this crap. She knew that she was supposed to be here at 4:30.
Mardi
I'm
Gras
chastising her on camera. Mardi Gras happened.
Yeah, so.
But today is not Mardi. You mean last night?
Yes.
So you slept and you got up and it was like 3:45 and you said, "Oh shit, I've got a show to do."
Kinda. Yeah. I had to get moving and yeah.
What'd you do last night for Fat Tuesday?
I don't remember. That's the point, right?
Okay. What did you do at the very beginning that led you not to remember?
Like 7 or so beers at the pub, and then Carlo Rossi, the jugs that size. 2 of those. That's what happened.
You had jugs of wine? Wow. Do people still drink those?
Yeah, they do.
I have no idea.
Well, at least person drinks those. I come from a really classy, upper class background. That's what we do.
My dad used to drink those all the time.
Oh, yeah.
The white wine, the
Papa
Rhine wine, or whatever the fuck it was.
It's the ice in the burgundy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
Sangria.
Stay classy.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. And now today then is officially the first day of Lent. I don't see an ash on your head, so obviously you're not Catholic.
Yeah, I'm off to a great start. I know I'm Catholic. I'm just.
Oh, you are Catholic.
About as bad at it as most Catholics.
But you're not going to get an ash on your forehead.
I meant to.
You meant to? Really? You did? You meant to?
I was gonna go.
You're gonna be a good Catholic and go?
I was gonna. If I can find one that's tonight, then I might still try.
Really?
To make it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, cool. So what did you give up for Lent?
I gave up drinking.
Drinking?
Yeah.
Like booze? Like every booze? Like beer, jug of wine?
Jugs of wine, boxes of wine.
And straight liquor. You gave it all up?
All of it.
Wow. What made you decide to give that all up?
Do you remember the story when we first started talking about jugs of wine? That's why I had to give it up, I think.
So it's an impulse give up. So next week I'll see you and you'll have a drink.
No, I planned on giving it up anyway, but it's just, I've got too much stuff to get done and also drink. I can't have both. So,
really? Okay.
Yeah, it's about there.
Yeah, I get that. I totally understand that.
So it's like a body reset.
A body reset.
And fast food. I also gave up fast food.
And, oh, you gave up fast food too?
Yeah.
What the hell are you going to eat?
I don't know. Lettuce, I guess. What do people eat? I'm gonna have to go to a rancho and find out what food is.
You don't strike me as like a cook. Do you cook?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you'll be over at our house a lot, and I'll be cooking. Oh, good. So okay. Yes. So he cooks. All right.
He's a lot more domestic than I am. So.
Okay. All right. Cool. So that's your saving grace. Fast food, and so the 2 things that like you're kind of like basically around the most, because you work at 17th Street Pub. You're here a lot. You don't cook. And you gave up the 2 things that, okay.
So that's going to be interesting.
All right. Right on. Right on. Stupid, but okay. So, okay. The reason why I had you on is, well, number one, I think that you're you're an awesome person, and I've gotten to know you like I guess the past year or so. But you recently joined the Downtown Life magazine staff as a writer, which is awesome because we need good writers and contributors, and so we're really happy that you joined the team. This is your second issue now,
Yes.
March.
This upcoming one will technically be my third issue because I did pictures.
Yes, you're also a photographer. We'll get
2 issues ago.
We'll get that too. Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. And as far as the writing is concerned, what made you want to write?
I have no idea. That's kind of been an impulse that's been there a long time. So I don't know what the origin would be.
And did Tom approach you, or did you approach Tom? Tom is the publisher of DLM, for all of you guys that don't know.
I shamelessly walked up to Tom and said that he needed an intern and that I'd do it. And I barely knew him at the time, and he was just like, "Oh, okay, sure, I guess."
Oh, was that the car adventure? Is that when you hijacked him and
no, that
drove
was
him around, and he was like, "I don't know where the fuck I'm going and where she's taking me, and I don't really know her that well, and I'm scared out of my mind."
No, that was after he got there that he started had the instant sober up and went, "Where am I? Who are these people? I don't know her. How did I get in this car in the first place?"
It was with you and Tanisha?
It was with Tanisha, yeah. And he was like, "How am I going to get there?" And I was like, "I'll give you a ride, I suppose." And then we talked about George Strait and Beck.
George Strait and Beck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a Tom conversation.
Yeah.
Just put an ironic beard band in the mix, and that's Tom for you. So you shamelessly went up and you asked him to intern. Now, did you expect, though, that he'd go, "Oh, okay, well, why don't you write a story?"
No. I thought I was going to shuffle paper and get coffee and things like that, and I was ecstatic about it. And then I guess I had forgotten that I took pictures, and I remembered at some point, I think he might have asked if I had any things that I could do. And so I had to work up the courage, and I showed him pictures I'd taken, and it was really exciting because his response was like, "Oh, we should have you shooting. Like, these are not half bad." And
not half bad.
Not half bad. And so, and then I had pawned my camera like a year before.
Why did you pawn a camera?
Because of poverty. So, I couldn't afford to have one.
Okay.
Rent. And so I was like, "No, I don't have a camera I can use anymore." And my Nana had already bought me a camera as a present, like a week before. Like, we even knew I was going to start taking pictures for the magazine.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of serendipitous.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow, I love nanas like that.
Yeah, my Nana's pretty awesome.
That's great. Okay, so then you had a camera, so then you took pictures.
Took some pictures, and then right before the last issue, I just said, "Hey, you should give me a story." And he did.
Oh, we're talking about you guys. Oh, no, come on. Would you stop it? Just come on in. It's Tom and Miranda. Yay. I speak of the devil. We were just talking about you, about yeah, and the car adventure with you and Tanisha and her, and you going, "Where the fuck am I? And I don't really know these people.
How did I get here?
What the hell?
Why is George Strait in the radio?"
Yeah, yeah. So that's cool. So then, okay, so that you took pictures and stuff, and so when did he approach you about writing?
He didn't. I asked him if I could have a story.
Oh, you asked him.
I was just like,
"How do you got balls? You've never written before, and you're just like, I want to write a story."
Yeah. So I was like, "Give me a story," and he said, "Okay, 7-Up sign." And so I almost bailed.
Why?
I panicked a little because I had to do an interview. I didn't know how to do that. I hadn't written anything in a long time, like in any form, really. And so I just got nervous and almost backed out. And then I ended up just basically doing this at him and was like, "I'm panicking. I don't know what I'm doing. That's why it's taking me so long. But I want to get it done."
What do you do?
He was like, "Stay calm."
Stay calm.
Stay calm. It's not. I'll like walk you through it a little bit. And so he like kind of gave me the formula for how you like write a story, like what steps I need to take, and then
That's cool.
I just got it done.
Yeah. No, and you said that you had gone back and you had looked at other issues.
Mm-hmm.
What stories were you looking at?
I liked the one about the Miser. Is the one that really stands out to me as like a solid story. And so that's kind of the one I had.
Yeah, it was a good story. It was a good story. The 7-Up sign story. You got to look at that issue. That was February, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
think so.
February DLM. So pick it up. It was good.
Better than Tolstoy.
That's cool. All right.
It's a lot shorter.
A lot shorter.
A lot shorter. Yay.
It's a whole story, but not as long-winded. Yeah. Basically.
So what are your plans now as far as continuing on with the DLM?
Getting him to give me as many stories as I can get.
Yeah.
And keep working on it, because I have 2 stories this issue, and they're more challenging stories than the 7 Up one, but they're going a lot easier, and so I'm thinking it's gonna keep.
Yeah. Right on.
So I'm adjusting to it.
That's
and so
cool.
That's my plan.
That's cool. That's cool. So what else do you do?
In general,
Uh-huh.
well, I work at 17th Street Public House. So.
Okay. All right. We're not allowed to ditch any other bars. We're not allowed to talk about anything else. The opinions that are expressed on this show are mine and mine alone. And if you don't agree with them, you can suck a bag of fucking dicks. Okay? That's it. That's our disclaimer. So, okay, so you work at 17th Street Pub.
Yes,
all right,
and I love
cool.
all the bars.
Yeah, okay,
all
all
of
right.
them.
Yeah, you don't have to say that. You just can't diss any of them.
Yeah.
It's all right. So what do you like about what do you like about 17th Street?
The beer, but Lent. No, I like, as far as working there goes, I like the type of people I get to talk to.
Yeah.
It's such a diverse crowd.
Is it, when you say diverse, I mean, is it like, I go in there, I mean, you get the people that come here, considering, they're owned by the same proprietor, but I don't know, I'm there, I always go in and it always seems a little hoity-toity to me. Like, it always seems a little bit like, ooh, I think I want to go to partisan. I love it and I think it's great, but I just always get a little bit like, oh, wow, I guess I feel a little bit out of place there.
I work there, so I don't think you should feel too bad, No, depending on the day, like sometimes it gets a little, I don't know, people I wouldn't like normally associate with, which is interesting. But like you'll have lawyers, like a group of lawyers that got off work, sitting next to kind of dude bros.
Yeah.
Sitting next to an elderly couple that's like having their 30th anniversary.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And so you have all these people that have nothing in common with each other, and they have they're such a small space and they're interacting.
Yeah.
And
okay, right on. That's cool. And how long have you been there? You've been there
since it opened.
Since it opened, and that was
July.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I know it. That's
just
going
flown
on.
by.
I know it has flown by. It really, really has. That's insane. And do you? I mean, where do you want to go? I mean, do you want to? Are you content? Like, oh, I'm just going to stay at 17th Street Pub, or do you want to go, further? I mean, what's your dream job?
Being a journalist.
Being a journalist?
Yeah, the sort of like Lifetime movie, like investigating, like sort of the big stories and uncovering and exposés.
Ending up in somebody's trunk and being like, how do I get
That's
out?
my goal.
Okay.
Is to have to
I got you.
have to get out of like the little cuffs in someone's trunk.
Get out of here.
Yeah. That is my goal.
All right. Right on.
To get the confession and then have it recorded and say, aha. Yeah.
There's plenty of those people here in Merced. You could do lots of stuff here.
I'm going to cause some damage. It's going to be bad.
Is there any outlet that you want to work for, or you just want to, I mean, is it like, do you want to work for Merced and Star? I mean, obviously, yeah, DLM, but DLM is very different.
Yeah.
Writing than investigative reporting.
I don't know. I don't want to pin it down necessarily because, like, only a few months ago I was thinking photographer was the only thing I was going to look at, and then now I'm doing the stories. So I don't want to try and predict it or plan it because I like leaving it open. Mm-hmm. So whatever outlet would be most suited to what I'm doing.
Well, I mean, I think it's fantastic. I think you could definitely do both. I mean, I think that these days especially, it's better to know like several skills and trades than just one. So now you can carry around your camera and be Nancy Drew and be a journalist and do all that kind of stuff and not have to depend on anybody else.
I need to get glasses.
Yes, you do. You need to get glasses.
I need to get glasses.
You need to get glasses. Don't get the fucking progressives though, man, because they'll drive you crazy. I'm in the dark. I look like I'm wearing sunglasses.
Now you don't look like you're wearing sunglasses.
I look like I'm wearing fucking
Have you seen sunglasses? I've got sunglasses.
I feel like Roy Orbison. I feel like fucking Roy Orbison.
And that's bad. Isn't that a good thing?
If I was singing, it wouldn't be bad. But sitting here like fucking like Joel Scott Shade with his glasses on.
That's a different comparison.
Midnight, and I'm like, take off your fucking glasses, you idiot. Please. That's what I feel like right now. But I take them off and I can't see anything. So anyway, but okay, so going back to it. So glasses, yeah, get glasses, but don't get the fucking progressives because they suck.
That's when I know I've made it.
Yeah, that's when you know you made it.
When I'm wearing glasses. And I've got like a pencil behind my ear, right? I've already got a little tweed jacket. You see me? That's how you can tell.
I saw you with when you interviewed me, you had the tweed jacket on.
That's my fake it till you make it sort of it's my uniform. I put that on if I don't feel like a journalist that day.
Your Lois Lane tweed jacket. You just need a little hat. Yeah, and a press pass.
I do. I want to
Just
have
spit. Press pass, and then you'll be good. Just carry around. I'll make you a press pass.
the little reporter's notebook.
You just that. But you've got that. You have that little, don't you? I thought you had.
Oh, I have a notebook.
Yeah, you have a notebook. I'll make you a press pass.
Okay.
Just go around and just wear the press pass everywhere and freak
You need
everybody
to learn
out.
shorthand now.
Oh yeah.
Shorthand.
I've
It's
got,
not 1978. Jesus Christ.
I should admit to this. I have like 4 shorthand books. that I just
Are you
haven't-
kidding me?
Have you used
Okay, girl.
No.
Okay, all right. Yeah, don't use those. Don't use those, man. Okay, it's cool, but don't. That's why there's iPhones and
Boo.
voice recognition things,
Boo.
and you can sit there and you can talk into it, as
Yeah, I think
opposed to
you're-
being like fucking Dolly Parton from 9 to 5 with shorthand. It's okay.
That's all I want to be though.
You don't want to be Dolly Parton from 9 to 5.
I just want to be Dolly Parton. I just want to be Dolly Parton.
I get the feeling she probably couldn't really, well, I don't know. She definitely couldn't fit into a trunk of a car. She could.
You'd be like a Cadillac.
Maybe a Cadillac. I don't know what it closed down.
I'm just thinking of Miller's Amusement Park. Millerwood.
Millerwood. No.
You know, Dolly has her own.
She does?
Yeah, it's called
Dollywood.
Dollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
I thought I
Tennessee.
dreamed
In
that.
Tennessee.
No, that is
No,
real.
and
It's
I wanted
real.
to, you know what? Yeah, and I wanted to pass by. We wanted to go by it so bad when we were driving one time. We were driving up to Upper State New York. My parents have a cabin up there. And we were driving through. Where did we go? We went to a restaurant or something that was close
Tennessee.
by there, right?
Yeah.
Well, no. We went to a restaurant. Man, you wouldn't believe the people that go to Dollywood.
I think I would believe exactly who goes to Dollywood.
Man, there are a lot of like fucking like those belly belts and I mean, yeah, it was really. All I can imagine are the same people that go to like the what's that other museum? What's the museum? Creationist Museum?
Oh, yeah.
It's a Jesus camp one?
No, it's not the Jesus Camp. It's the one that Bill Nye the Science Guy debated. Yeah, those I can only imagine that those are the type of people that go to Dollywood. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I know that there are a lot of fans of Dolly Parton, and I'm a fan, but I just don't think I'd ever want to go to Dollywood.
I want to change my previous answer where I said I didn't want to pin myself down. I want to work at Dollywood. That, I think, is my new goal.
As a tour guide,
I don't care what I'm doing there.
or
I
as
want to
like
be there.
press secretary for Dolly.
Janitor.
That's the dream job. Can I be like a Dolly Parton CJ Craig or something?
Secretary.
That's what I want.
You could definitely do that. Yeah,
I
you
wanna be
could be a
Dolly
press
Parton's-
secretary for Dolly Parton.
CJ Craig.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be when I grow up.
CJ Craig. You could probably handle that.
She's awesome.
Yeah, you could handle it. You could, yeah. You could go into that. She's awkward too.
Awkward.
I mean
Wow.
that in a very cute, good way. No, I do.
Excuse
I
me.
do. No, I do. I mean that in a very cute, awesome way. I think that like in communications and writers and stuff like that, I think in general, I think they're kind of like introverts and kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna make other people look good, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable most of the time, so it was a fair assessment. No, that's why you have to learn how to write, because you can't talk to people out loud. That's how
Yeah.
you learn how to write it down.
yeah, that's why I'm a much better writer than I am like an actual like real verbal communicator. I really am, because I think my words are pretty like on paper, but when I talk, it doesn't come out sometimes the way that I mean to. So
Yeah.
I get that. I totally get that.
Which leads to arguments where you say, hold on, I'm going to go write you a note.
That's kind of true.
So,
That's why I'm really good at texting Like if Dan and I are fighting or something, I'm like, fuck this shit, and I just start texting because I write better than I talk and communicate like verbally.
Like texting for fighting so that you have a record of what the other person said, so they can't pull the I never said that. You're like, at 4:47 you did.
Now see, I don't pull that, but sometimes I'll go back and I'll look at it and I'll be like, oh, that was eloquent. That was so fucking eloquent.
About things you wrote.
Yeah. I like look down and I'm like, man, that was so mean, but damn, it was good. It was fucking good.
It's a line from a movie. It's like a line from a movie. It's so good. Yeah.
So I do that, which is kind of pathetic.
I believe it.
Yeah, no,
I can see it.
It's pathetic.
Looking through your own, like you star all your best text
No,
messages.
I don't star them, but I'll go back, like seriously, and I'll like go back and look and stuff, and I'll be like, wow, that was good. That was fucking poetry. But
Welcome to Ladies Month on Overkill.
well, this isn't gonna be like the she hater man club, whatever the hell. It's not gonna be that. I was just making a point. I mean, it's any of my texts. Like I'll look back and I'll be like, wow, that was good. You know, sometimes like heated email or something, like to a boss or something. I'll be like, wow, that was fucking man. If I could say that out loud, then I'd be gold. But I have to take it down to pen and paper. So I get that. I respect it. I totally respect it. So, okay, so you want to be then an investigative journalist, or you want to be,
laugh at me for it.
or you want to be the press secretary for Dolly Parton.
Those are my two goals. One of the
You're
two.
too big. Would you move to Tennessee?
Oh, that's still in the South, right?
It's deep South, man. It's like Smoky Mountain South and shit.
I do like banjos, so maybe.
Yeah, man. There'll be a lot of banjos at Dollywood. There's a lot of banjos at Dollywood.
Banjos and fanny packs is all I have in
Banjos
Tennessee.
and fanny packs and lots of water rides. I would assume. I don't know.
Those aren't fanny packs. Those are machine guns.
And speaking of machine guns too, you were a Marine.
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right. And how long were you a Marine?
2 years.
So you're pretty badass with that too.
Not really. It's whatever.
What made you want to join the Marines? I mean, and we won't talk a lot about it, but what just made you want to join the Marines?
I don't know. Got like a patriotic bug up my ass and decided I wanted to enlist. I mean,
how long ago was this? Wait, how long ago was
I was 18.
You're 18, and you're how old now? You're
24.
You're 24, so 18. So you got the patriotic bug. So it was way after like 9/11. It was way after. So what patriotic bug did you get that like were like I'm gonna join the hardest of hardcore of the fucking branches in the military?
Well, for just enlisting in general, I think it was HBO did like John Adams or something.
There was no Marine Corps then. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, it made me patriotic. It made me patriotic.
Didn't they show Ben Franklin in a bathtub naked with a girl in that series?
Spoilers, and I don't know. I didn't finish it.
You didn't even finish it.
No, I started.
Finish it. She was so patriotic.
I enlisted that day.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to.
Bullshit. Okay, so tell me really what happened. So
No.
you watch. So you
I
watched the
basically-
PBS fucking series.
I started.
HBO. Sorry.
I started learning about like founding fathers and was like, okay, our country kind of is less than ideal a lot of the time, but there are some pretty neat principles, like way back when. And so I just kind of started getting into it, and it was, I don't know, a lot of I had people in my family that were in the military. My papa was a Marine,
Okay.
and
What did he do when he found out that you were going to join the Marines?
he said, they let girls in now?
That's funny. That's great.
So,
Okay.
And I said, yes, they do. And he was like, you can't. And he actually, he was not kind about it. He said that I would be able to do it because I'm uncomfortable and scared of lots of things like bugs and high temperatures and exercise and stuff. So,
Well, then you wouldn't want to work at Dollywood.
I know, that's
No.
what I'm thinking.
Okay, so go ahead. Okay,
Just go,
with the Marines.
better to go back in the
Yeah.
military. But he said that I wouldn't be able to do it, like that I wasn't going to make it through boot camp, which kind of cemented it then. It's like, well, now I have to, jerk. So, and that was the thing. I couldn't go in any other branch because I would not be able to go into like the Air Force and then tell my papa about it. Like,
Because then you'd be like a pussy.
there's
or
well, there's
something?
no like there was no point. It was all or nothing. I'm
Okay.
inclined toward extremes.
All right.
And so
Okay.
if I was gonna enlist, I was gonna
You're gonna be in the Marine Corps. God damn it.
yeah.
Okay.
And so just went all out with it.
Okay. So when you went there and like you went to the recruiting office and stuff, tell me about that experience.
Well, they were like, okay, sure. And I told them I wanted, like, they asked what job I wanted. I said I wanted to be a linguist. They're like, yeah, okay, that's great, but you're probably not going to be able to do that because most people can't do that. But I managed to pass the test and things. And then they were...
So you passed the linguist test?
Yes,
Okay.
they have this weird test you have to take where they basically make up a language.
Yes.
And then test you on it.
Right.
And then, so you have like an hour to learn the rules of a fake language and then remember them. So it's strange and tired and just confused. But
Yeah.
I passed it, and so I was able to become a linguist. But they were my best friends once I passed that test. Because they get special bonuses.
Yeah, they get special bonuses when they get like somebody who's actually smart that's joining the Marine Corps.
Yeah, it's rude.
Not right. My dad was a Marine. My dad was a Marine, you know, and he lost both his legs and Semper Fi, so I get that.
Yeah, that's one thing. A thing I encountered a lot when I told people I was going to enlist. They're like, "You're too smart to go in the military." I was like, "Would you rather have a bunch of idiots in the military? That doesn't make any sense."
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Like,
I totally agree. We need smarter people in the military.
like if you don't like the way the military is, it's going to be better if there are
Right.
smart people, not, you know.
Yeah.
So,
where did you go to school, or where did they ship you? Well, first of all, where did you do your boot camp?
all female Marines go to Paris Island.
So they all go to Paris Island. Okay. So you went to Paris Island, and what was boot camp like?
I loved it, actually.
Yeah.
It was hard, but
What was the hardest thing about it?
having to accept no control over your time whatsoever. Like if you got
Says the girl that was 30 minutes late to this podcast. Okay, so go ahead. so you have no control over your time, and you have a drill sergeant. No, was it a female drill sergeant?
yeah,
Or-
the drill instructors are all female.
Okay, okay.
And female drill instructors in the Marines are like notorious for being the like worst people you're ever going to encounter.
I bet.
Because there's a lot of misogyny still in the Marines, and so they have to be 10 times meaner.
Yes.
Than anything you thought was possible. My nickname was Sasquatch. It was pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, they were mean to me. They were mean to me.
Why was it Sasquatch? Because you're tall? You're not hairy.
I'm not.
Like, what the hell? I don't understand.
Because I'm tall. No,
Because
my
you're tall.
drill instructor was like a solid like foot shorter than me.
Uh-huh.
My kill hat. They're called a kill hat when they're the one that's supposed to scare you the most.
Yeah.
And so she'd like look up at me and just like screaming and spitting off my face type thing.
Yeah.
And she's the one that gave me the name Sasquatch.
Okay. Wow.
You'd think being tall would make it a power thing? Like you'd
Yeah.
be no. You feel like a freak of nature. It was pretty good.
Wow, man.
But no,
Napoleon complex.
like if
Or
you
chick.
get upset, like you get like emotionally start getting distraught, which happens a lot very in the beginning.
Yeah, did that upset you? Were you like, did you just like, you'd get so angry or so like pissed or something that you'd like get tears in your eyes or something?
Well, only once in front of anybody.
It wasn't Sasquatch. What did they do then?
No, it was actually the very, very beginning. And they were kind of doing their Shark Tank thing where you're standing online and they are screaming and yeah. And I can't remember. They yelled at me for something and I got frustrated, and I'm one of those people that will cry when they're frustrated or angry, not even like sad. And she like stopped, like movement stopped, and she was like, "Are you seriously going to cry right now?" And I was like, "Never again in my life, probably."
Yeah.
Thanks for the fear. So, only a couple times you adjust quickly because you have to.
Okay.
Everything wasn't that bad.
All right. And what was the second hardest thing? Were any like physical activities hard?
Yes and no. It's actually a lot easier than you sort of would think because it's planned out very carefully. So you don't realize you can now run 3 miles when you couldn't before because it's not as hard as you think.
Wow. So they've like really taken it easy then. Like they're not like back like Vietnam days where they'd just be like, fuck it, you're gonna run 10 miles, and if you fucking drop dead, you drop dead.
Well, we had that happen a couple times. I mean, where somebody would like almost they'd have like heat exhaustion and stuff happened a lot. But
Yeah.
it was hard. It just wasn't.
No, I can imagine. No, Marine Corps is no joke. I mean, I can totally imagine that.
I think half the things that are difficult about it are things that are difficult when you have to decide to do them. So like exercise is hard because you want to stop. But if you actually hit a point where stopping is not an option at all because you fear the result of that more than the exercise itself, then it kind of just, you go with it.
Uh-huh.
So.
Okay. All right, and after boot camp, then where did you go for linguist school?
Well, then we do combat training and then went to Monterey.
Okay. You went, oh, well, that's not bad.
It was rough.
Wow. So combat training, is that at Ellis Island as well? Or, I'm sorry, Pierce Island as well?
No, that's at North Carolina.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so North Carolina.
And then that's a month.
There are a lot of bugs there, too.
Yes, there are. And it was cold. That was winter. That was winter, and we were sleeping in like the half tin can sort of things. That was.
Okay, and with combat training, what were you trained on?
Oh God, I can't remember. It was a lot of hiking and doing face paint and hiding in bushes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of maneuvering sort of stuff.
Okay.
So.
Right on. Cool. Cool. Were
that was
other chicks jealous that you were going to linguist school after in Monterey?
No. There was one girl actually. There was one other girl in my platoon that was a linguist.
Oh, okay.
And
so did you guys go together to Monterey?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking fantastic. That's awesome. So what language were you learning there?
Arabic.
Of course you were. Okay.
So.
Yeah. Wouldn't think you'd be learning French or something. So.
They do have a lot of people do Spanish.
Yeah, I can see that.
Spanish.
I would say Arabic though would be.
So actually,
much more
when I got there,
advantageous.
a sort of funny thing about DLI is that you can realize what's happening internationally based on what languages are being assigned.
Mm-hmm.
So Obama was inaugurated, and then all of a sudden, these people who had been assigned Arabic but hadn't started yet were pulled from Arabic and switched to Pashto. You're like,
really?
So we're going to Afghanistan,
right.
And then like a week or so after that, you get that announcement,
right?
And everyone kind of knew it was going to happen anyway, but it's just
right. Yeah, no. I can totally see that.
Everyone
that would
gets
be
nervous when suddenly you see a lot of people getting assigned Russian. You're like,
oh shit!
Why? What just happened? So.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Right on. Cool. And then when you got out of the Marine Corps, did you come back to Merced?
I did.
Okay.
And I used GI Bill and went to school for a bit.
Okay.
And then what did I do? And I guess I moved to Oregon.
Okay.
And moved back.
Okay.
And now I'm here.
And now you're here. Awesome. Are you gonna stay here? You think?
Yes.
You're no Dollywood then, for real.
No, I'm not actually gonna.
All right.
I could never cut it in Dollywood.
Okay.
It's out of my league.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's out of your league.
It might be.
I don't know, man. I think. Not out of your league, but I think you'd be like, fuck no.
I think you need to watch how you talk about Dollywood in front of me. That's what I think.
You haven't even been to fucking Dollywood. What the hell are you talking about?
I don't care.
Shit. You didn't even know Dollywood existed until we told you it existed.
But now I know happiness. You can't take it away from me.
I wish I could pull up a picture of Dollywood right now. Dollywood is no, man.
It's like an
Smoky
empty
Mountains.
lot with a fence around
No,
it.
actually, it's pretty impressive, but it's an amusement park that should have never happened.
I think it should have.
And it did. And it's still around. And I wonder if it's still going to be around after she dies. I wonder if there's going to be enough pool.
I'm sure.
Dolly Parton's never going to die, so that's kind of a useless question.
Well, that may be the case. I don't know what she's being injected with, but yeah,
I hope it works.
Might be in there. It might be in that wheelhouse. All right, right on, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to do an advertisement where we're going to be going this weekend. Yeah, Cafe at the Bug, Yosemite. Yay! It's open. In case everybody is wondering. And did you guys read in the newspaper like a couple of days ago that like it's been calculated since that the Parks and Recreation lost like, I don't know, was it 12 or 22 billion? Those are two very big different numbers. But when the government shut down, they lost billions upon billions of dollars. So everybody, Yosemite is like an hour and a half away. Go out there, support the businesses, support the motels and the hotels, support the Bug. and get everybody back on their feet. It's awesome. They've got like for the vegans and the vegetarians out there, they've got awesome food. They've got like a spa. They've got rooms. I mean, it's a cool little place. So I'm excited to go too. So you guys support, get everybody back on the track. It'll be cool. But thank you so much for coming. I really, really appreciate it. And good luck to you on all of your endeavors, whichever one you choose to do.
Dollywood.
Reporter. Okay, yes, the press secretary for Dolly Parton at Dollywood. I could just imagine. Crisis management. I'd love to see a crisis management release that you write about Dollywood, like some.
One day you will. One day you will see that.
The log ride goes awry or some shit.
Mark my
And then
words.
you'll text me an eloquent text and you'll be like, Theresa, these people just were flown off of
They
the
were
fucking
decapitated.
log ride. What the hell do I do? What do I write? It'd be awesome.
Have to call Dolly and ask her.
No, Dolly would be like, girl, it's okay. It happens all the time.
Oh,
It's all right.
It's all right.
okay.
It's all right.
mighty fine. Mighty fine.
But thank you so much. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Next week we're going to have Melissa Eisner, who is the owner of the Coffee Bandits right on Main, come and join us. So it's kind of a I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar month. So thanks again. Thank you, Brittany. We always cheers your empty glass. Okay, take care.